getting too old for this shit.
Do the dog catcher.
Dog catching technique comes from the Dog Brothers.
Okay.
Invented by Mark Denny, I believe. Phenomenal technique.
And do it slow though.
Empty hand technique. God forbid anyone ever comes at you with a knife. This is a method that has some likelihood of actually working. You're at an extreme disadvantage to begin with. That has to be understood. But you do have options. Dog catcher, if I remember correctly, relies heavily on stepping into your opponent and using your head as a weapon on his chin. It's crashing. It's a technique known as crashing. And this is done to get close to the weapon, because if you're far away from the weapon, it's only a matter of time, because he's going to, before he dices you up. If you expect to get control of this thing, you need proximity. You need to be close. So when the knife comes in, I'm going to step in and crash. That's right, I step with the left foot. And this ideally would be a good shot right here. And then from here, there is some viability and a chance to actually grab this thing. In real life, these techniques can actually work in real life.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not easy,
so
but it can work.
A little faster.
Just want to mention one thing.
Okay.
Key with the dog catcher, a very clever thing that they figured out is you step in with this leg. He has a fatal shot right here. As you can see how these things line up pretty well. This is the femoral artery.
If he knows.
Femoral artery, whatever it's called. Death shot. However, if you step in with this foot and he cuts you over here, big difference between the problem.
Okay.
This technique is best used on a circular shot. A straight shot, it might not be worked as well, because see, I just got stabbed, and it's hard for me to hit you with my head when it comes straight in. You follow? So yeah, it's made for this. It's made for any type of circular shot. This would be a different technique altogether, the outward-in shot. But and a lot of people do attack it. See over here.
The sewing machine is the one that.
The sewing machine oftentimes comes on somewhat of a circular.
Yeah.
So
that's nice.
it has viability for that as well.
Nice.
And you'll see the crash again. And then from here, this motion over here, and I still don't know how to finish it properly, but there are numerous ways to finish the guy from here that are effective.
We could go into that another time, but wait, one more time. Stop right there. Okay. Okay, and then you got it to here. Okay, now here's the one thing that we found when we were practicing this about the dog catcher is that you could switch hands.
This thing becomes obsolete if someone's clever enough to actually switch their hand, which
you know,
like
on this one.
So you better do something fast. It's highly unlikely that a thug on the street or someone who's trying to attack you with a knife
will know to do that.
Is going to switch hands once this happens.
Right. So you better do this the follow-up really fast.
You want to get control of that weapon as soon as possible.
Yeah. I haven't practiced it for a while, so anyway, here. All right, that was it. I might cut this up so that that's a separate module. I don't know, whatever you realize was long. Hey, I'm editing, whatever I like.
Bye.
Sweet. Come on, Susan, you know better than that. Interesting.
You've seen that before from me.
Yeah. And I say interesting every time, don't I?
I don't do that often. It doesn't feel very safe to me.
But it is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Can't say it's not
It's
interesting.
a weird little thing that it is. You got me good right here.
There's something on your shirt.
Yeah, right. Another thing in the beginning, we used to have to take breaks every 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Now we can do this pretty much the whole time. It's crazy.
We're stopping to say things, but we could go 10 minutes?
Our endurance is
There you go, 10 minutes easy.
tripled, if not quadrupled, since doing this.
Shut. Got your hand, didn't I?
You did.
Got your hand. This is where I'm a little vulnerable, but you were on the defensive as I was coming in.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oftentimes you turn that in, you turn it around, bring it right in on me. Shot. Interesting.
Side shot.
Oh, I got you good that time.
See, and notice I was doing this fucking thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing you were worried about happening.
Yeah.
Just happened. Okay. That just happened. I don't usually get that many good shots in, so when I do, I gotta
Yes.
celebrate. The other thing I must say is Stian experiments a lot more than I do. They have these different learning types, and I fall into the category known as a hacker. And a hacker, once he finds something he likes and works and safe, they don't like deviating from it. That's definitely my personality and stylistic in fighting as well. So the more you experiment, since we've been fighting, I lost a lot of weight. The more you're gonna make mistakes, but it's a good thing. I should experiment more. This is the time to do it. Yeah, I should. I just don't like doing it. I feel weird. That was an experiment for me. I don't usually do that. Okay, I usually go straight in. If I got cut, did I? No. If you did, it was barely.
Yeah.
This was deep.
That was a good cut.
This was deep and deadly.
Yeah.
The thing that was beautiful about what you just did was you changed up your timing.
Yeah, so I mean,
You never walk in just straight.
I
like
never
that.
do that.
And you did it slower.
Yeah.
Not expecting that, and that's
Yeah.
another. The dimension of time is something we can play with as well.
Sometimes going slower, I will trick your opponent. Crazy. Stian used to get me on that a lot. He used to just come at me in the slowest way, and I like it actually scrambled my circuits. Right, I'd get hit.
Because you weren't used to it, but you're
I got
totally
more
used to it.
more
You're
used to it
totally
now.
used to it now.
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore.
We have to constantly evolve because we're so used to sparring against each other that what worked one month doesn't necessarily work the next.
See this wandering around we're doing, this back and forth and all this shit? I could go and speed it up and we'll look like a bunch of idiots. The fun that I'll have when I get around to editing, but I've yet to edit. Okay, let's just stop there. Hey, thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing, all that jazz.